Hey, Tony Gatson here, popping in. Another episode of Talks with Tony. Now, been a long day today. Been out with the fam today. My wife and my youngest, my oldest had school, but my youngest didn't have school. And then after that, was coaching, and just got done coaching my second client of the day, which was a VIP session, which is what individuals have to book now in order to get a coaching session because my regular sessions are all taken. But I wanted to shoot a video. I'm trying to get through these letters. I can't answer some of y'all. If you email in, I just skimmed the one before this because my 13-year-old was in here and asked me what am I doing and what kind of letters y'all send me, and so I went to skim it, and it was a question about how to break a soul tie. Well, that's a general question, so that's all over my page. That's all my videos. The purpose of this right here is stuff that's specific to you. It's like an individual letter that I still can pull lessons that can apply to others. But if the answer to your question is a general answer, then, and I see it, sometimes I don't see it because I don't read them before I come on here. But this one that I'm getting ready to read, I read the first 1, 2, 3 sentences. So, and the title, Why Won't He Let Me Go? So I'm like, okay, this is something that can be on the page because men not wanting to let go. I can't explicitly remember my video about men not wanting to let go, so this applies. So understand that if you write in and you don't get your question answered, for one, it may be because I haven't gotten to it yet, and then two, it may be because I just answered it. Basically, the answer that would be for you was on a video before you, and so it'll be the same video. God bless you. Hi, Tony. I was in a 3-year relationship. 3-year relationship. So much has happened, but I'll try to just hit the main points. I met him at 22 and he was 27. No kids from either of us. When we first met, we never spoke every day, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I wanted a relationship with him, but he would not commit to me. Around 3 months in, he pressured me for I was a virgin and was not ready. Eventually, we ended up being intimate at the 6-month mark. After this, I started finding evidence he was sleeping around with other women. This happened multiple, put that in all caps, multiple times. He would deny it and shut down when I questioned him. Sometimes even put his hands on me, but never applied force to the point it left markings on my body. I would also give him money even though he makes twice what I make. I finally got the courage to leave in June by ghosting him. I was doing good ignoring him until he recently contacted me and we spoke via text. He is such a sweet talker and told me about how he has changed and only wants to be with me. I asked him to stop contacting me, but he continues to do so. I've been ignoring him and have absolutely no plans to go back. After treating me so bad for 3 years, why won't he just let me go? He was always so emotionally distant, and I'm surprised he continues to contact me. Thank you. Ironically, it sounds very clear cut, but it's not. And it's actually, it's a good question because this is something that can be confusing. This can be very perplexing. And the question is a genuine question because I deal with this a lot from a lot of different women where it seems like it could be clear cut, but it's actually kind of foggy and you don't really understand it. And as she said, after treating me so bad for 3 years, why won't he just let me go? He was always so emotionally distant, and I'm surprised he continues to contact me. So it's kind of like this right here. When you look at your life, you have something that it does something for you. Like this right here hat. This hat is like a covering. You know, it's like a cloak. It's like a hedge of protection. It gives me confidence. And the reason why it gives me confidence is because my hair is thinning on my scalp. And my barber gotta give me a hairline. So this hat, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry. I could look down like this right here and you can't see nothing. If I got me some thinning in there, you can't see that. So it doesn't, my head don't distract you from the video because you see this here hat. And so this hat covers my insecurity, but it's just a hat. Let me ask you, can I sleep tonight? Absolutely. Because I sleep in the dark beside my wife. There's no insecurity. I'm safe. Can I breathe right now? Absolutely. Do I need this hat to eat? Absolutely not. Do I need this hat to see, to talk, to hear? Absolutely not. In fact, I can take the hat off now, and you can see I just got a haircut. Now, if I do too much, now see the light shining on my head, so it's gonna make me look a little bald head. But I could take the hat off. Now I can't rub too hard now, cause I might rub off a hairline. But I could actually take the hat off and do a video, and sometimes I do a video without my hat on. Now, but see, when I put this hat on, it's like Superman putting on a cape. And there are speakers that have a wardrobe. You got certain people that they have to have that wig on. They got to have that wig on. They got to have that lace front on. They got to have them lashes on. They got to have that pinstripe blazer on. They got to have that hat on. They got to have that necklace on, that watch on. It's like, it's certain little things that we may have that gives us just one little something. And that's what you were to him. See, he was emotionally distant because you were emotionally present. So that gave him the ability to be distant because you would pick up his slack. If he didn't call you, you'll call him. So he only had to give you minimal effort, but he got maximum return. He got the virginity of a virgin in only 6 months without consistent contact. So he gave you nothing, but he got everything. He gave you nothing and he got a prized possession that you only get the opportunity to give to one man, and that's your virginity. You only can give that to one man, and you gave it to a man who only called you every few days. Y'all talk 2 to 3 times a week when y'all first met. A man, that was the first red flag that you missed because you were 22. See, he was 27, so you a baby. Just that 5 years, oh, she young and dumb. That's what he said. Oh, she young and dumb. And then he proved it right. That became true to him because he said, oh, she young and dumb. But then, boom, he call you on Monday. Then he'll call you on Wednesday. Then he'll call you on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, you don't hear from him. He with his boo thing. They out doing a date. He's sleeping with her. After him putting in part-time effort, he come to you at 3 months and say, I want your virginity. You say, no, I ain't there yet. I ain't ready. You ain't putting enough work. So what happened is, this what happened. The 90-day rule is my rule, which is called the 3-month rule that I wrote about in 2007. In 2009, Steve Harvey's book come out, and he called it the 90-day rule. So, but I had already published that rule in 2007. And that rule, when I came up with it, it came from nothing other than me polling my heart as a dog. And I said, if I really like a woman, how long will I wait to sleep with her? And at that point, I'm taking everything into consideration in my life. I'm taking looks into, and I'm talking about, I had an 8-pack of abs. Really, I had a 12-pack. I might have had 14. I had all kind of muscles, chest, arms. You hear me? Had a car, good car, new car. Had me an apartment and had me 2 cell phones. And I had a whole hairline. I'm talking about hairline flourishing. And so at that stage, and I had a talk game. You hear me? Poems, writing poems, slick with the tongue. You hear me? And so at that point in my life, I polled myself when I was writing the book, and I say, how long, if I really like a woman, how long will I wait to sleep with her? And I said 3 months. And in there, I said, if I don't really like a woman, if I don't see her as like my wife, how long? And at this time when I wrote the book, I was 22 years old. So he's 27. I was 22 years old. I said, if I don't like a woman, how long will I wait to sleep with her? 1 month. So that's where the 90-day rule come from, as it relates to me, from my mind, okay? And then it evolved and it went viral, which meant, but in the way that Steve put it out there, it was like women interpreted it as day 91, spread eagle. Boop, day 91, oop. And so what men start to do is men take and they say, okay, well, what I'm going to do is, bam, this is what I'm going to do, bam. I'm going to give her minimal effort. And then, like you said, around 3 months in, right round that 90 days, here he come pressuring. He pressured me with that. I was a virgin and was not ready. Eventually, we ended up being intimate at the 6-month mark. This is what you got to understand, okay? If a man really likes you, he will call you every single day, and in the course of 24 hours, he will talk to you for a minimum of 1 hour. If he really likes you, he can see that from the very moment he sees you. He can tell if he is going to really like you, okay? Because first is how you look to him. That's the first component of attraction. The first component of a relationship is attraction. And so that's what you got to understand. And so now, after that, this is what you have to realize. So 1 hour a day for 3 months will be 90 hours of talk time. By that time, a woman is typically warmed up and she ready to get on her back by that time, because she done talked to him a minimum of 90 hours. When I met my wife, we talked 2 hours to 6 hours a day. And then we would spend maybe 8 to 16 hours together a day. So by the 3-month mark, that was equivalent to a normal relationship. That was equivalent to 12 months or 18 months. Because for if you talk 1 hour a day, some people say that's a lot of time. I see women saying, Tony, that's a lot of time. I don't want to talk to nobody no hour a day. Who got an hour a day to talk? So even 1 hour is a lot of time. So if I talk to my wife for 6 hours in one day, my 1 day is equivalent to 6 days in your relationship. So therefore, by the 3-month mark, 3 times 6 is 18. So now by the 3 month mark, it feels like me and my wife done spent 18 months worth of courting together. So what the men doing today is they giving you minimal effort. And even back then when he did this, whenever this happened, he gives you minimal effort. And here's where you fail at. And I done said this in another video, but not all of y'all watching the video. A lot of y'all ain't watching the video. Be writing questions. We'll see one video, write a question in, and ain't watch the rest, and you answer in the other video. I done said this before, but this is what men doing today. He giving you minimal effort. So he calls you on Monday. And then on Tuesday, he calling Sally, Jew, and Sane. So when Sally, Sue, and Jane. So when he calls Sally, Sue, and Jane on Tuesday, you don't hear from him. But because you single as a dollar bill, all Tuesday you think about him. So you give him credit for calling you because you fantasized about him all day long. When I say fantasize, that don't mean sexual. That means you thought about him all day long. Every hour he popped into your mind like, I wonder where he at. I wonder what he doing. Oh man, that's so sassy. Oh man, I love a man that don't chase you. Ooh, he a real man. He must be an alpha male. He ain't chasing me. I'm so tired of these simps chasing me, calling me every day. It's like, you ain't got nothing to do? Do you got a job? Do you got any kind of hustle and ambition? The way you got to call me every day. Oh my goodness, that's such a simp. But then you got the man over here who he is a pimp. And he call you every other day, every 3-4 days, because he juggling so many other women. He not calling you because he hustling and grinding. It's 24 hours in a day. He not calling you because you one of many. But see, what happened is women giving men credit. See, when you dealing with this man, see, I'm making this up as I go. And everything I say on here, proprietary. Put in your book, I'm showing you. All right, I'm making this up right now. It just hit me. Lord just dropped it in my spirit. See, when you dating a man, you got to give him a credit score. When he call you, he get 10 points. When he don't call you the next day, he lose 40 points. So now he got a credit score. So guess what? When I make a payment on time on the credit score, I'm finna get 10 points. I'm getting 10 points. Or I may get a point in the real credit score. Now when I miss a payment, I lose 40 points. Let me tell you what happened. My credit utilization was 0%. You hear me? 0%. Credit score looking nice. My wife used my Neiman Marcus card. Did not remind me that she used the Neiman Marcus card. The statement cut on the 15th. Whatever on that card on the 15th is getting reported. So she had charged up like 86 to 90%. I ain't realize it till I thought, I was like, hey, let me check the Neiman Marcus. Check the Neiman Marcus on the 16th. I paid it right on the 16th, but it already got cut. It already sent to the bureau. The next time Credit Karma updated, my score dropped 41 points. When I clicked on see the changes, it said your credit utilization went from 0% to 15%. Now, they tell you to stay under 30. So I'm halfway there. So I should be to the good. But because it went from 0 to 15%, because my utilization went up, they drop your score. So what they want you to do, people say, oh, you're supposed to leave something on there. No, they don't want you to do that. They penalizing you for that. So if I leave 1% on the card, it'll drop my score. It may only go down 1 point, or it may go down 5 points, but it's going down. When I pay that 1% off, my score goes up. So what you have to do, you got to create your FICO in your relationship. When he call you, okay, boop, here go X amount of points. When he don't call you, he got to lose. Cause see now when I paid that off, guess what? When I paid it down to zero, cause I paid it the day after it cut, it went down to zero. I made sure that next month when it reported, it was at zero. So it showed as paid all the way off. So my score dropped 41 points, but when I paid it off, my score went up 46 points. So it went up even higher than it was before because now I'm getting credit for on-time payment and being back down to 0% utilization. So I'm watching this happen. You think you're a credit doctor, you know what you know. I'm telling you what I seen happen. Okay, 15%, 41 points. Pay it off, went up 46 points. You hear me? And then went up a little more because making on-time payments on the other cards. And so every time it still report every month, even when you pay it off, it still report that it's a zero balance. It report the same date every month because your statement got to get cut. So when your statement get cut, it's reporting zero balance. So when you go to get credit, they say, oh, you don't utilize your credit cards. Now let me tell you, as soon after it cut, I utilized the whole card the next day. Give me that money. Give me that money. But before it cut, I pay it off. Run it right back down to zero. Now, they say leave it at $20. But guess what? If I go from $0 on my last statement to $20, that score gonna drop. It might just be a little bit. I'm gonna try now. I'll give y'all an update. Oh, look, we don't just talk about relationship. In the midst of relationship, you learn about a credit score. So now listen, this man here, he call you, you running up the points. He don't call you the next day, you thinking about him all day. So what you do while you think about it, you running up the points. You running up the points. So then when he call you, then 2 days later, you thinking he dope boy Dan. You think he got so much going on. You think he ambitious. You thinking he all of that. So when he call you, now you like, whoa, this busy man done made time for me. So now you give him a triple bonus day. Like Nordstrom. When you get your Nordstrom card, it's every now and then you get to use triple points. So you could choose, hey, today I want this to be a triple point day. So you spending $100, now you're gonna get credit for spending $300, even though you don't spend $100. That's what y'all doing in these relationships. This man ain't call you. Then now when he call you, you give him a triple point day. So now you give him more clout. So essentially, when you hit the 6-month mark, y'all really had only about a month worth of building. No, you had about 2 months worth of building. But you gave him credit for 6 months. So in your heart, you said, oh, I'm a 6-month woman. All my homegirls, they on their back in one night. Little nasty thing. Girl, you nasty. Girl, I made them wait 6 months. No, you didn't. You made them wait 2 months. Because y'all didn't talk every day. Now, when y'all started talking every day, oh, it's too late then. It's too late then. No. That's because his other woman cut him off because she have class. And when he was calling you, she was like, oh, you missing days, playboy. When he out with you, trying to sleep with you, she like, where he at? Oh, you missing days, playboy. Boom. Then she cut him off because she loved herself. And then now he got more time for you until he find another one. But just like you said, eventually we end up at 6-month mark. After this, I started finding evidence he was sleeping around with other women. So now, just like what I had forgot this even said this, but I was already telling what happened because I used to do this. I used to play the game. I already knew it was other women. Because the only time a man do not call you in a day is because of another woman. It's unless he on a submarine and they under the water with SpongeBob, he could call you. Or he in a spaceship and he with the man on the moon. That's the only 2 places he can't call you. He can call you from jail. You get phone calls in jail. You hear what I'm telling you? He call you from the hospital. It's the phone right by your bed in the hospital. Unless he in a coma. So, coma, submarine, spaceship. That's the only 3 excuses a man get for not calling you in a day. It ain't because he a hustler and a grinder. Okay, I used to, in the streets, 21 hours a day, still had time for my girlfriend. Still had time, which was my wife, until she made me get out the streets. Still had time for her. You hear me? Okay, and then someday I'm gonna take off. Someday I'm gonna take off from the street. Hey, gotta go out to dinner with my dope boy. Not pull out the whole everything to my name in my pocket. We be thinking that money telephone is a lot of, that's everything to his name. If he mess around and get robbed, he won't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of. Cause everything to his name in his pocket. And on the jury. That's all he got. He don't own now piece of land, now piece of real estate, now stock, now bond. And so I used to live that. So why you think he hustling? He hustling women. And he was hustling you. And you on the roster. So listen. Now listen. If you go to the champions, Los Angeles Lakers, and you Google the Los Angeles Lakers. Google Los Angeles Lakers stats. You're going to see a name, Alex Caruso. And I hope that's the boy's name. Read his stats. It's going to tell you what points he got. Guess what? In big games, Alex come up with a steal. In big games, Alex will drive to the hole and get a key bucket. In big games, Alex might be the 7th or the 8th player. You start with 5 players. He might not come in to man 6, 7, or 8 or 9 some nights. He's not LeBron James. But Alex still matter because when LeBron ain't making a play, Alex made a play. So guess what? You Alex Caruso on this man roster. He say, listen, you ain't LeBron James, but you Alex Caruso. I need you for your 2 points or your 4 points a night because we just beat such and such by 1 point. If we take away your 4 points, we would have lost by 3 points. So I need you. So what he's saying is, this is what he's saying. He would deny it and shut down. That's because he's guilty. That's because he's guilty in the court of law. When I question him, sometimes even put his hands on me, but never applied for it. That's because he was trying to, that's what Dr. Gary Chapman called coercion by fear. He trying to scare you. What? You question me? And then you, I'm sorry. I ain't been say that. And so now you scared. But you notice he ain't apply force. Guess what? I used to do the same thing. Same kind of man. I was the same kind of man. That's why when I be asking the question, I know the answer because I done did all of it. I done played all the game. You hear me? So that right there, that's a scare tactic trying to scare you. So now you don't want to ask no questions. Because you're like, man, I don't want it to get worse. But then what you do secretly, what you do is you give him credit for being a man. Because deep down, you don't want no man that no other woman want. You want a man that you got to fight other women for. Deep down, you want a man that other women want your man. But you just want him to only want you. But then when he don't only want you, you tell yourself, well, if I let him go, he gonna go be with somebody else. And then she gonna be happy with him. And then I'm just losing. And then I'm gonna get another man and he gonna do the same thing. So I might as well stay with man A instead of kicking him to the curb and being with man B. Because man B then gonna think he no longer a beta male. Then he gonna think he man A, alpha male. And then now he gonna be cheating on me. So now I'm just finna be in a cycle. So I might as well stay where I'm at and try to convince this man to love me. So then you go to singing on that microphone. You hear me? You go to singing on that microphone, karaoke night. You trying to do some things because you trying to get them to love you. You are there watching video because you was in the V Club version. So you done come out the V Club. Now you trying to get some video because you ain't got no experience. Oh man, I got to compete with this woman. Let me watch this. Scribble, see what she do. Oh, that's what she do. That's how she do it. You trying to learn how to twerk And so you could turn things up because you're trying to get your man whole mind. But see, he was emotionally distant because he juggling so many women. And so that's what happened. Now, here's the thing. Now, this right here is what took the cake, anime. I will also give him money, even though he makes twice what I make. I got to go. How many commercials they gave y'all? Cause see, YouTube sent us this thing that say they're gonna try to put commercials in natural break, like when you being quiet or you don't say nothing. How many commercials they gave y'all? Y'all forgive me. I don't set the commercial. YouTube set the commercial, and I don't change them, cause they scientists. That's what they do. So if you get commercial after commercial, that's on YouTube. Okay, I'm not finna mess with these people. Spend millions of dollars to learn algorithms. So when y'all, it's too many commercials. Hey, that's what YouTube said. The video is worth 20 commercials. I'm not finna. You finna go into your job and say, "Oh, you want to pay me $100,000? Oh, that is absolutely too many dollar bills. You better not give me $100,000. You better give me 40,000." That's what y'all sound like when you say, "Oh, it's too many ads. You need to take out some of the ads." Absolutely not. I got a family to feed. I'm sitting on here for an hour. I got a family to feed. So as many advertisement as YouTube want to put in there, go right ahead. Cause y'all in Silicon Valley, I don't know nothing about the algorithms and what y'all doing. So hey, put them on in there. Cause they saying, listen, if your video deserve an ad every 3 minutes. So if you do a video for 60 minutes, that means we could get 20 ads because you giving more time. So when you watch somebody else talk and they talk for 15 minutes and you only see 2 or 3 ads, it's because they only gave you 15 minutes. The longer the Grammy Awards is, the more commercials. You see what I'm saying? Went off top. But this right here, I had to go after that. Sister, that right there took the cake. And I ain't beating up on you, but I do want you to feel this. I do want you to understand this so you don't ever come anywhere near close to being the woman that you are. So listen, you said, I would also give him money even though he makes twice what I make. That's like me going up to y'all friend Michael B. Jordan. Hey, MBJ, what going on, boy? Hey, man, here go $1,000. Buy that woman a filet mignon, man. I seen you what did with that aquarium. Now, woo, boy, that thing was cold. But hey, here go 1,000. Hey, get her a filet mignon, man. Go on here, get her some more stocks in Hermes, like what you did. Oh, Hermes. Same thing, Hermes, Hermes, same thing, MBJ. Man, here you go. That's like me doing that. That man make so much money. That man make more than I make. So why I'm going to give somebody money who make more money than me? Come on, sister. So listen, let me tell you. That right there, what you did, that is why he wants you back. That's the only reason. Because you was his petty cash. You see, I say petty cash because that's what we used to have in the group home. We had a little envelope and it said petty cash.
Patty cow. Okay, all right. I'm finna show be petty with you. Lord forgive me. Patty cow. Show finna be petty. I'm in there stealing from my clients. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. That's why I serve the way I serve and do what I do. Cause I used to steal. I went to jail in 9th grade for stealing. That's why I had to go to private school. After that, I used to steal. 5-finger discount. You hear me? So this right here, you was this man petty cash. You were his petty cash. So listen, his hard earned money, he get to take a car note, phone bill, rent, whatever. You petty cash. Boom. That's what he go spend on Sally. Oh. So he ain't got to work for Sally, Sue, and Jane. He use the little money you give him. Here you go. Cause see, she like to eat. Sally like to eat. So he'll get a old double stack out your little money you gave him. Get a little double stack. And see, that's like music to her ears. She love that double stack with cheese. So now, hey, here you go, babe. I just was thinking about you, man. I know you love to hear double cow patty. Hey, here you go. He go over there to Sue. Boom, he bring a pineapple fountain. Ooh, that just hit her spot. She love pineapple fountain. Then old Jane, he get old kale salad. Boom, out your petty cash. So now you a franchise partner. You partial owner. Now you helping him, feed the family. You helping him run a game. So now you his bottom B. That's what he call you. Hey, that's my ride or die right there. Man, listen. I make 50. She make 25. She give me 5K of that area. So really she make 20. And then she got to pay taxes. And now she making me richer. Cause now when she give me that 5K a year, guess what? I'm spending on Sally, Sue, and Jane. So when I get them they little gifts, guess what? They bring me a gift worth 10 times what I got them. So this woman over here, she investing in me and making me more money. I got to keep her on the roster. Got to keep her. So now, when you done found your worth and you trying to escape the plantation, he out there got the dogs hunting, chasing, looking for you. Got the lights. And here I am, Harry Tubman. You want to be free? You better follow me. Here, hey, come on now. You want to be free? You better follow me. Harry Tubman. Because I know the game. Know the way out. So, once again, which I keep telling y'all this, every video going to come back down to this. Standards. You was young, dumb, and full of rum. Y'all thought I was going to say something else. You were young, dumb, and full of rum. And so, now, you ain't got no excuse. You ain't 22 no more. So, see, you got to go through the game to learn the game. You got to go through the game to learn the game. And every game, you get a little bit better. Every day, it's practice, you getting a little bit better. So now this man done taught you so much about the game. So the next relationship, it's still more levels to the game now. That's why you need to be on here every single day. It need to be part of your routine. But you done learned so much about the game to where even if a man running a different game, it's still going to have a stench on it. It's going to remind you, the look in his eyes, the sound of his voice, the pep in his step. That look familiar. Game recognize game, and I done already learned the game. Now I recognize game. Yeah, no, I got to go. Got to go. Just like that right there. So, it's what you got to understand. You have to, he don't want to let you go because you're an asset. Because when you don't know your worth, you're an asset. Because you'll do more work for less money. So you got to know your worth. When you know your worth, all right, okay. When you know your worth, all right, now you worth something. Hey y'all, guess what? I just thought about something. I'm trying to liquidate some equity from one of my companies. young lady just told me a few sites that I could put my company on there because I'm getting ready to invest in something else. And so I got to go because I need to get on these here sites and check these sites out and see what could happen. Okay. Hey, God bless you. To wrap this here up, listen, it's not a loss if you learn from it. That's somebody else quote that I read on a quote app one time. It's not a loss if you learn from it. So understand that. Get the lesson. Number 2, what I want you to understand, he don't want you. He don't want you. So don't feel cause you wrote this. Why won't he let me go with some energy? You got too much energy on there. You got a red question mark, red exclamation, red question mark, red exclamation mark. I know it's exclamation mark. I just like to say exclamation. Red exclamation mark, red question mark. You got too much energy on there. Okay. Now what that right there say to me is, why do this man want me so bad? It's like, am I that amazing? No. It's that money. Because I'm already tell you what y'all was doing in the bed. I'm already tell you right now. That wasn't hitting on much because you come out the V club. You just don't get good at that right away out that V club. So out that V club, you all right, like a dead fish. And so that right there, y'all still working on that. And it also not gonna be that good because it's out of wedlock. It's in sin. It get good when you married. When you get married, that's when it's touched. When you out of wed, it ain't gonna be. It only could be. It ain't gonna be all that out of marriage, out of wedlock. But that money is one thing that feel better to a man. Money is the one thing that feel better to a man. If a man got money or can make money or you giving him money, you keep your legs closed. If you giving him money, you giving him money. You don't care nothing about what you do with your legs. You hear me? You get your legs stitched to. You get your knees stitched together. He would not care as long as your pocketbook open. You hear me? This is what I'm telling you now. That's where you went wrong. So the other lesson, I don't know what number I'm on, but the other lesson, don't ever give a man money that you can't afford to lose, or if you want him to take you serious. Don't ever give a man money. Yes, my wife invested in my book. My wife bought me a Air Force Ones while we were dating. My wife bought me a Moschine outfit when I was going to speak at Bethune-Cookman University for my very first speaking engagement. My wife bought me some steel-toe boots. So yes, she did those things. But see, she knew that she knew. We here today. See, we're an exception. Most time women spending money on a man, it don't even work out. But she knew that she knew. God gave her a piece. But she wasn't trying to buy me. She was supporting me because she saw what my heart was at and where I was trying to go. See, you were trying to buy him. You wasn't investing in a dream. You wasn't investing. You just giving him money. You ain't say I gave him money so he could write his book. You know, I gave him money so he could step into his purpose. And also, I wasn't cheating on my wife. So my wife ain't know nothing about no other women. She wasn't finding stuff about no other women. I skipping calls. I'm on the phone and I'm in my wife's face all day, every day. So you were giving money to a man who cheating on you, and you put multiple times in all caps. So that made you look even dumber to him. He like, whoa, wow, this is easy. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it is easy. It is easy because a lot of women do not use common sense in relationships. A lot of women. Dare I say most women. When I met my wife, I had been with over 100 women. And when I met my wife at 21, and she was the only woman like her, and I had been on over 100 dates. I had dated. Sometimes the date only lasts one day, but I had dated over 100 women who was from the age of 21 to the age of 40 or 41. And when I was 20, 19 or 20, I was dating a woman that was 40. And she was 40 and she was married. And she was stepping out on her husband, dating me. And I remember talking to my mom about it. She said, son, that's my classmate. We grew up together. What? I thought I had something in my beard. That's a gray hair. She said, boy, Tony, you cannot talk to that woman. That is my classmate. I was like, whoa. I was like, mama, your little classmate nasty. No, we never did anything, actually. Never did anything sexually. But it was just kind of interesting to me that this woman was in her 40s talking to me. I'm like, man, y'all that desperate? Because at 21, I'm like, at 21, come on now, at 21, I did not think stretch marks was cute. Now, she probably thought they were cute because that's what y'all be thinking. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, when you 40 and you dealing with a 20-year-old, you're not cute. That's fun to him. He having fun. That's a notch in his belt. He want to brag about that. He do not think you cute. Well, he might think you cute, but he don't think you sexy and his wife and on his level. That's what I be trying to tell y'all. Like, date your age range because he understand them stretch marks. That 20-year-old boy, he got baby skin. He don't understand them stretch marks that you got from them 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. He don't understand that. So why are you? Yeah, that's my scratch mark. Hey, I'm a real woman. He's sitting over there like, oh yeah, you know what? I love that on the woman. That's natural. That's natural. He's swallowing his throat. That's natural. Now I ain't trying to make y'all feel bad about that, but what I'm trying to tell you got to have you a man in your age group who mature. He understand. That come from childbirth. That come from growth. That come from your freshman 15 in college. Like, that's beautiful. See, now that I'm a grown man, woo! I love any kind of stretch mark I can get. I love it. But at 2021, yeah. So, like, what do you need? Cocoa butter? Do I need to buy a cocoa butter stick? Like, what do you need from it? Like, what you need for that? You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I want you to understand is you have to get to know men. And because most women are gullible and naive in relationships because you desperate. And you allow a man, because when you play it back in your head, you like, you know what, that actually do not make sense to give a man money who make twice what I make. On what planet do that make sense on? Not on Pluto, not on Mars, definitely not on Venus. You see what I'm saying? What was I doing? Uranus? Maybe it makes sense over there on Uranus. Okay? But on Earth, that don't make sense. But yet, it is happening every day, all day. Some men do not have to work a job because they have 10 women giving them $100 a week. This man making more than a school teacher. This man make $48,000 a year under the table because he got 10 women that give him on average $400 a month. And she don't even understand why she give it to him. For her, it feel like ministry. It feel like she paying tithes. It feel like she run a charity. Yeah, you do all of that. Lord be with you. That ain't no tax write-off, sister. You see what I'm saying? So listen, you sit down tonight and you write down every one of these lessons. You write down every one of these lessons, okay? Every lesson that you learn, and even the lesson that you ain't learned yet, learn them tonight by reading between the lines, every single little lesson. And then you take and you write out your standards. What your personal standards are. Then you take and you write out your deal breakers in a man. Things that when you see this right here happen, you gone. Don't matter if it's been 5 years. When you see this, you gone. You hear me? I about choke. And you write that out. Then you could write you a poem or a short story on, call it Beautiful Sunday Morning. And this your writing prompt for your creative writing assignment. You call it Beautiful Sunday Morning. And you describe a Sunday with your love, with your man. And what this represents, this one day represents your whole relationship and the energy and the effort and the love and the free-flowing friendship and beauty that you want your relationship to be. And make it realistic. Make it realistic. There's disagreements in a happy relationship, but disagreement don't mean argument. You can have a difference of opinion without yelling, screaming, cursing, slamming doors, going to bed mad. You can seek to understand, then be understood. All right, that's what I need you to understand. Okay, so sit down, and I ain't hitting on everything, but it's a free course, 10 Steps to Self-Love, and I think the Soul Ties course is free on Tony Gatson Academy. Also on Tony Gatson Academy through Monday. So at 12:01 a.m. Tuesday, March 9th, the Life Coach Certification course will go up by 50%. So if you want to be a life coach or a consultant or a mentor that is paid, or that starts a nonprofit organization to offer coaching through your nonprofit organization that you raise money to fund your services to the community, then it will behoove you, I don't know if that go right there, but I just like the way it sounds, to take the life coach certification. And if you cannot afford it, keep working, because that I've made it as cheap as I could possibly make it in this season. Keep working, keep grinding, keep pushing, keep praying. Somebody might bless you. Your best friend might sponsor you. You do somebody like people be doing me. People be doing me. Man, I wish I just could be a life coach. It's like, man, my gift. And it's like, man, but they charging $500. Like, man, they ain't got that. They ain't gonna never have that. That's how people come around me, my friends and family. Put their dream in the air so I can grab it. And you know what? I'm gonna sponsor you for that. And that's what I be doing. I be falling for it. But hey, I'm giving it to God. I counted as tithes. And you know, back in the day, I had millionaires that would sponsor courses, but that's when the courses was like $75 for like something like that. In 2010, 2011, I had some millionaires that would sponsor 10 people. You know, it's a new day now. People money spread too thin now. We ain't got no millionaires. We ain't got no millionaires in the following no more. Cause see, millionaires like the majority of millionaires like to be nasty. Mr. Nasty Time. Majority of millionaires like to be nasty. So they can't really handle my message because it's too clean. I'm telling them stay out the strip club. Millionaires like to be in a strip club. I'm telling them can't sleep with 2-3 women. Millionaires, they want 2-3 women. The women, I'm telling them, listen, you can't be sleeping with a man on the first night. Oh, they like to be sexually free. All that. They want to do what they want to do because they got money. So we ain't got no more sponsors no more. And I can't do PayPal. PayPal is not on there because of the scammers. You got the scammers out here teaching people how to do PayPal scams. So I had to cut off PayPal because you had people buying the course and then writing in line talking about they ain't buy it. Like, child, please. Go on somewhere. How you type a whole website in, click on a course, click buy, and then talking about you ain't mean to buy it. But see, they use a fake credit card, buy the course, then ask for a refund. PayPal let you use a credit card, let you add a credit card to your PayPal account to buy stuff with. But when I issue the refund goes to the PayPal account, not to the stolen credit card. So then they take their PayPal card and they spend that refund money, or they go to the ATM and withdraw it, or they transfer it to their bank instantly because PayPal only charge 1%. So now they got a free $500 from their stolen credit card that their scamming boyfriend got them. And they come scam me and be hurt my business. So I had to cut off PayPal. So for those of y'all, Tony, can you turn on PayPal so that we could finance it? For one, I don't know what your credit score is. So now you got my course, and now you ain't paying PayPal the money you owe them. So now you in my court, now you on my mentor.life coaching, and you ain't got the integrity to pay your bills. So that's why I can't finance it. I'd rather you grind and save it. Finance yourself and teach yourself the responsibility to where if you could pay $100 a month or $250 a month, then put that in your savings account. Then when you get the funds, then you come buy the course. And in that process, you've learned discipline, you've learned sacrifice, you've learned money management skills. So now you that much more ready to be a life coach, mentor, and consultant. You see what I'm saying? So it's a method to this right here. It ain't about greed and all of that. It's about if you need to first get to this place before you want to tell somebody or give advice. First get to this place in your life by implementing a few things. And when you implement, you're going to grow and you're going to learn. And that time that it take to get there, it's lessons in that. Okay? So, hey, my lesson going to be 10 lessons in one. So y'all forgive me. God bless you. And you know what I'm gonna start doing? I got some. Okay, listen. It's gonna start tonight. How much time? I got 57. Okay. It's gonna start tonight. Oh yeah, drip. Little Polo. Had a little event today with my wife at the Louis Vuitton store. Lady invite us up there. Little drip. Now listen. Okay. Do me a favor. Get you a piece of paper. And you write. And keep that piece of paper now. Write number 1. Like this. And I want you to write, I am blessed and highly favored. I am blessed and highly favored. Right, number 1. Okay. And then what I'm finna do with this piece of paper, I'm finna put the pen up. And now this right here gonna go somewhere. It's gonna happen one day. It's gonna go somewhere. Something is that right there. For your diligence, for your patience, for your desire to learn and to grow. Something gonna happen. And it's starting now. And I'm gonna be doing it for the rest of my career. Something gonna happen. I ain't gonna tell you what's gonna happen, what I'm gonna do, or what Lord gonna do through me, but it's gonna happen. So get that piece of paper, put that piece of paper up. I don't want to hear no excuse, and it can't be no mistakes on it. Number 1, I'm blessed and highly favored. Okay. We'll know when we get there. Hey, this is Tony Gatson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.